I cannot stress too much the importance of checking original records wherever possible and not relying on the accuracy of the transcriber. Here is an example of where Ancestry, Find My Past and My Heritage, all three of them got a transcription wrong to some degree or another. Once we have examined this situation, I will leave it to you to decide which of the three was the most accurate. We're looking at a second cousin 3 times removed. If you remember, last week we were looking at Walter George Dodwell, and what we're looking at now is his brother. In this particular case we are looking at the 1891 census, and we'll start by looking at the actual entry. As you can see, I got this from Ancestry, and Walter from last week, his father and his brother are listed on this screenshot. What we need to concentrate on is the brother, but we will need to look at the entire family to get all of the information. Now, Joseph Dodwell, the father, here is clearly mentioned to be a widower, aged 53. We then have a son, and although the occupation is not shown, he's actually a sergeant in the Royal Marines. And then we have Walter, at this time aged 14, whose middle name has been shortened to GEO. Now, the question is about Walter's brother. So, what is his name and what is his age? I will pause the playback so that you can look at it in detail, and feel free to get closer to the screen so you can work this out for yourself. Now that you have had a chance to look at this, I will click on the index symbol in the lower left so you can see how Ancestry transcribed it. You'll notice for Ancestry the brother is described as Harvey Dodwell, aged 31. Now let's look at the Find My Past transcription. As you can see here, we have Henry Dodwell, aged 51. And then finally, let's look at My Heritage. It's at the bottom here. And we have Harry Dodwell, aged 51. So we have 3 different names and 2 different ages. And in this case, we cannot even say that the majority is right. Here is a summary of my conclusions, or at least that's the actual transcriptions, and then here is a summary of the conclusions. So it looks like, to me, Ancestry got the name wrong, Find My Past got the age wrong, and My Heritage got both the name and the age wrong. Now, please don't misunderstand. I do understand the difficulties of transcribing, especially when there are extraneous marks on the page, such as is the case here. Let's look again at the original. And let's look at the age first. This age 53 is pretty clear. This one, I can see why somebody may have thought it was a 5 rather than a 3, but if you look very carefully and compare this 3 with this number here, it's pretty clear that it is in fact a 3. So I think, Plus, if I were transcribing, I would think, well, hang on, how can somebody 2 years younger be a son? And then so far as the name is concerned, I don't see how, although I can see how they may have thought that was an A, I'm only seeing one R here, and clearly that then finishes the R and comes into the Y. So I don't see how Harvey is an option either. Once we realize that it's Henry, it's easy to see that this is the N finishing there, then it goes up to the R and the Y. So, just bear in mind that you do need to look at the original and to use your own judgment. In this case, if I had relied on the transcriptions, I would have been searching uselessly for more information.